Well, hello, welcome back. Soul Search Sunday with Johnny Tiger on June 1st, 2025. So, a couple of days ago, Kitten and I were watching a movie. Yes, even though we are long distance from each other, we watch movies together quite often. And how we do it, uh, just a tip for those of you who are long distance. Um, we set up a Dropbox account. So we put the movie in the Dropbox shared folder, and we make sure that we are both ready. And we got snacks and drinks, and we are both comfortable when we both have time to do it. And then we go 1, 2, 3, and hit play. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit glitchy. Sometimes, maybe Wi-Fi issue, or maybe she has to pause her movie, or I have to pause my movie, and then we have to ask the other person to rewind and try to line up with a time with each other. But it's how we watch movies together, documentaries, stand-up comedies, and all that stuff. Uh, Incidentally, uh, I noticed that YouTube has this share play thing if you subscribe to YouTube Premium. So I don't know if any of you have used Premium and have used the share play function before. Can you let me know if that would be something that works for this kind of long distance relationship? If you want to watch something on YouTube together, how does that work? Leave that in the comment section. I'll thank you in advance. So anyway, a couple of days ago we were watching this movie, and the movie's title is called "Just One Kiss." And yeah, I mean it has its good moments, but it's one of those Hallmark movies, and honestly, most of the Hallmark movies really make me kind of cringe because it's not that I don't like romantic movie. When it's done well, I like it just fine. But most Hallmark movies are so cringe worthy because of how predictable and repetitive and neurotic it is. Yeah, so like you're going to have uh, a man, or most of the time it's a woman, who is into her career, or a housewife, or just coming out of a bad relationship and going back to her hometown. She's either going to meet this amazing new guy or meet her amazing ex-boyfriend, and then things going to happen, and there's going to be sparks, and they go through the, oh, I love him, I don't love him, he loved me, he doesn't love me, playing the little game that, oh, they pretend they don't like each other, but they're going to end up together, and then there's going to be something that happen, and they're going to have a misunderstanding. They're going to have a fallen out, and then you're going to see both of them really, really sad, and all those flashback, and they them acting like it's the end of the world, and they can't function. They're messing up at their job, and then they they finally do the one thing they should have been doing in the first place, which is to communicate and talk. And then they talk, and everything is okay, and everything is fine. Oh yeah, and usually in there somewhere there's a third party. There's going to be an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, or another interested party that's going to sort of be the third wheel and try to break it up. And that person usually is like without any personality, without any redeeming quality, just attractive. That's going to like the annoying third wheel is going to be that attractive person, maybe an ex-husband or ex-wife, or something like that. And in the end, that's going to be the person that get left out, and the two lovebirds going to walk into the sunset together in the end. Like every Hallmark movie I ever watched is like that. It's so tiresome, really. Like, guys, can you kind of change that up a little bit, right? Like, can we have the love interest turn out to be a jerk, and the actual third party, the ex-husband or ex-wife, being a nice person for a change? Or how about everybody is nice, and everybody, actually have a chance to compete? How about everybody is bad, everyone's problematic, and you end up being alone in the end of the movie? You don't want any of them. How about that? Anyway, I don't want this to turn into like an hour of me griping about Hallmark movies. I think most of you who've seen a couple of them already know. Okay, either you like it or you share my opinion that they are massively waste of time for the most part. Uh, but anyway, watching just one kiss, and of course, spoilers ahead. Although at this point it shouldn't be a spoiler, there was an ex-husband in there somewhere that's really trying to get back together with the lady of the show, and she didn't want him, and he really wanted her, and he was just being a total ass for most of that movie, trying to be obnoxiously sweet and just like trying to sabotage her relationship with her new love interest and all that stuff. um, Again, like I said, you get that all the time with a Hallmark movie. So while we were watching that movie, I was thinking I should do an episode to talk about people who go back to their previous relationship, people who go back to their exes, because that seems to be a trope, right? Like even in like pornography, right? There's a special subsection, subgenre of pornography, like doing it with your ex girlfriend or doing it with your ex wife. Um, and in TV tropes, like I said, Hallmark movie, a lot of times people who run into their amazing ex boyfriend or ex girlfriend and the love get rekindled and everything is great, right? Did you know that of people who break up, about 70%, there's quite a few research that shows about 70% of people tried at one time or another to go back to their previous relationship. They tried to go back to the ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. Now, how many of those actually work out in the end, we don't know, but my hunch is most of them don't, right? If you're not going to make it the first time around, I doubt you're going to make it the second time around. There definitely has been some exception to the rule. Some people make it work because the first time they broke up was because of some misunderstanding. So today I'm going to talk about if you break up from your relationship and you are at that point where you think, oh my God, I really miss him, really miss her, I wish we were back together. Before you go and rekindle that relationship, the four things you should figure out in your own mind, the four things you should ask yourself first before you do that. Because even though it feels good to go back to the old ways, a lot of time you are just going to repeat the problem. And, I myself has only ever done that one time in my lifetime. Go back to an ex girlfriend, and it ended badly. Okay, I often cuss myself for being a fool to do it because it was totally not worth it. Um, and I'll talk about that when we talk about our third point. But we're not there yet. Just know that myself, I am pretty big on just go forward, don't go back. Okay. Usually, when you go back, the result is not going to be any better than the first time. But with that said, just in case you find yourself wanting to go back for some weird reason, let's look at the four things that you should ask yourself uh, before you do. Number one, before you go back, You ask yourself, what was the reason of you breaking up? Right? Was it a real problem or was it no problem? Now, I don't want to belittle anyone's problem. Like, obviously, you broke up, there was a problem. But when I say real problem, I mean, did you break up because of something related to principle, something related to cheating, something related to uh, she's spending too much money and you don't like that, you can't afford that, or something related to uh, your sexual incompatibility. Those are real problem. Okay, those are what I mean, real problem. By no problem, I mean, did you just have an argument and both of you said something really bad and you pissed each other off really bad and you say, okay, get out of my house, and it was just a spirit of the moment thing and now you're regretting it? Or was it something that maybe he said to you that you would let it sit in your head for a week and then it fester in your own mind and you make it a much bigger problem than it was? Uh, was it something as simple as he didn't put the toilet seat down? But those are non-problems. Those are no problems. Okay, so first, before you go back to your previous relationship, before you pick up the phone and start pestering your ex boyfriend or girlfriend, ask yourself, was it a real problem that we broke up on, or was it a non-problem? Because if it was a non-problem, congratulations, your chance of getting back together and stay together is really big. But if it was a real problem, okay, then you probably don't bother. Okay, if it was that kind of like a cheating or finance or you don't agree on if he want a cat and you don't like cat and you want a dog and he can't stand dog, then you probably shouldn't bother with that. Now the second thing you want to ask yourself or figure out in your head is resolution. And what do I mean by resolution? The reason that you guys broke up, has it been resolved? Okay, whether it be he cheating on you, she cheating on you, money problem, the arguing, maybe violent argument, uh, um, or which side of the bed who's sleeping on, or not not putting down the toilet seat, or have a cat or a dog, whatever. Has that been resolved? Okay, it's that okay in your head? Is that okay in their head? Because trust me, if you broke up over that one time, it's going to happen again. Okay, uh, especially when we talk about long-term relationship. And if we are not talking about long-term relationship, then there's no point to even consider going back or not going back. You just do whatever you want. If you don't worry about long-term relationship. Now, if you are looking for a long-term relationship, then you have to really think about that because it's almost 100% guarantee whatever that made you guys broke up will happen again. If not tomorrow, if not next month, if not next year, sometime, somewhere, somehow, it will happen again. And if you forgive the person, okay, let's use the word forgive loosely here. If you decide to forgive this time, then you basically have just given the okay for next time. Okay, um, let's just use this example that I've seen many times before when I was a counselor. Okay, uh, let's say you have a boyfriend. Your boyfriend just want to stay home and play video game all the time, right? And doesn't want to find a job, doesn't want to do anything, and doesn't even want to cook or do any housework. He's just uh, want to play video game all the time. And you are the one working, you are the one cleaning, you are the one cooking. And you finally got fed up with that. You are mad, okay? You don't want a man child. You want a proper boyfriend or husband. So you decide to leave. And then a few weeks later, your ex-boyfriend, ex-husband come to you and say, "Hey, I realized that I was wrong. Okay, I found a job. Look, I'm going to school. I found a job. Can you come back to me?" And in your head, you feel that, oh, okay, well, then he found a job, and I really miss him, and he is really a good guy. I should go back to him. Sorry, you just made a really big error because a lot of time, what's going to happen is he's going to work that job, he's going to go to school, and then the first time something goes wrong in his life, he reverts back to just playing video game every day. You go back to ground zero. Okay? Several months later, several years later, if you're lucky, most likely I'll give you 3 months. 4 months later, he's going to revert back to the original form. You know what? You know why? Because he did that to impress you. He did that to get you back. And now that you're back, he'll only keep it out for so long. And then he'll revert back to what is natural to him, which is being that man child. So, in your head, what you should really ask yourself before saying yes is, can I handle that? If he go back to his man-child way, can I deal with it? Can is that okay? Would I be okay with that? Because if your answer is no, then you shouldn't go back at all. Okay. So resolution, resolve that problem. Don't just think that the problem went away. Don't just think that the problem will never happen again, because I will guarantee you it will. So resolve that in your head. You only try that relationship again if you can honestly say, yeah, if that problem come up again, I'll be okay. I'll be fine with it. Because every time you go back, every time you forgive someone, your impact for leaving next time become less and less. Okay. Again, I've seen this so many times. Let's use our original example, right? Your man child come to you. He say he found a job. He say he's going to school, and you go back and you're happy. And then 4 months later, he's going to revert to his old way. Maybe something's not going good at work, and he quits. And he said he can't cope. He has to rest for a few months. He has to work on his mental health, so he's going back. He's going back to playing video game every day. And now you tell him that this is not what I signed up for. I'm going to leave. Guess what? This time he's not going to take you very seriously. He's like, yeah, yeah, go, okay, go ahead. Last time you left and then you came back. You watch. This time you leave, and then as soon as I find a job, you'll come back because that's what you are. You're gold digging whore. That's what you are. Okay? Your value in his mind has diminished a lot because you came back. Okay, so understand that and find that resolution in your head. Don't go back unless you're okay when the same problem arrives. Number three, okay, this one you got to be honest with yourself. Is it just you, or are both of you okay to get back together? And this one is called rhythm. And you got to figure out, are you even playing to the same tune? Are the both of you playing to the same rhythm? Because if not, then most likely you're just going to embarrass yourself. And there's an easy way to tell if the person wants you back. If after you break up, the person still talks to you, they still care about answering your text, they still care about your phone call, then congratulations, you are most likely on the same page. You have hope. Okay? But you, as soon as you break up, the person blocks your phone number, blocks you on Facebook, blocks you on Instagram, and don't want anything to do with you, then don't bother, right? Like if you can stalk them, you can pester them. The more you do, the more they'll resent you. You're just making a fool out of yourself. And so some people will say, well, maybe I can, uh, if I try hard enough, I'll make them love me. I'll touch their heart or some nonsense like that. No, that stuff don't barely ever work in actual dating. Now, in coming back to the previous relationship, look, if the person is mad enough and determined enough to block you and don't want to even hear from you, they don't want to get back to that relationship. Let them go. Let yourself go. Okay, save yourself a lot of heartache and embarrassment. So before you even try, ask yourself, are we on the same page? Do we have the same rhythm? Okay? Because if you don't, then nothing good will come of it. Number four, okay? Number four, ask yourself about intention. And this one is a complicated one because some people are not very honest with themselves. Okay? What do I mean by intention? Why do you want to go back to that relationship? Is it because you really love them? Or is it because of a grudge? Okay? There's a easy way to figure this one out. Okay? When you are sad and thinking about that relationship, really pay attention to your inner monologue. If your inner monologue is how nice that person was to you, all the fun things you've ever done, all the positive stuff, then congratulations. You are probably doing this out of love. You want to go back because of love. You miss that love. You want that love. But if all you hear in your head is how much you've done, how little they've done, and how much you've put in, and how it's unfair for them to ditch you because you have put in so much, it's all the me, 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 all the victim mentality, then you are doing this because of grudge. You're not doing this because of love. So don't even bother because when you do this out of grudge, even if you get back into that relationship, the the result is not going to be good. You are going to just break up again, and probably the second breakup will be a lot worse than the first one. This leads me to talk about the first and only every time I went back to an ex-girlfriend. I was uh, 19 years old, 18 years old. I was having this long distance relationship with this lady in Ohio. Me in Canada, she in Ohio. We met online, all the usual chat line, online stuff. We're using ICQ, Microsoft Chat at that time. Most of you younger people have no idea what Microsoft Chat is. It's like the granddaddy of Zoom and WhatsApp and all that stuff. So anyway, we dated for about a year, and then I found out she was cheating on me from our mutual online friends, and I decided to break it off with her. And then about a week or so later, she came back to me and she was like, "Oh, apologetic and oh, I miss you so much. I've been so wrong. I was just, like so lonely because you're not here, and I will never do that again. Can we give it another try?" And oh, and so on and so on. And like a young fool, I said yes. I said yes. At that time, if I knew the things I know today, I would have realized that I said yes because of grudge. Because in my head, I was thinking, I put in so much in this relationship, in a whole year, just being faithful. I've let go of a lot of other opportunities. I've done this, I've done that, and how could you cheat on me? So now, yeah, look, bitch, now you realize how good I am, and now you want to come back to me. Okay, fine. I'm going to take you back. I'm going to be the better person. I'm going to have the moral high ground. So I said yes, not knowing that the only reason she wanted to get back with me was because of peer pressure. Because when we broke up, all our online friends were telling her how unfair she was, how much bad of a person she was to cheat on me and stuff like that. And she wanted to uh, come back and be together again to stop people judging her. That was the only reason. And the reason I know that is because when we broke up shortly after the second time, she confessed to me that was the only reason she wanted to get back together. So basically, she got back to me, she got back together with me just so she could find a better way to ditch me to make herself look less like a cheating, rotting person, look good on social media. And yeah, and I walked into it like a fool because I wanted to get back with her because of all the hard work I put into that relationship. Not because I loved her, not because of the, like, if I want to be honest, I did it because of grudge. So the second breakup was even uglier and worse than the first one, and it was totally unnecessary. We didn't have to go through that. So before you even think about making that phone call to your ex, ask yourself, am I really doing this for love? Or am I wanting to go back into this because I want closure, because I want to settle a grudge, because I put in so much, because I've done so much, and it's not fair that they do this to me. Because if that is the mentality you have, then I hate to say this, you shouldn't give that a second try. You don't deserve to have that second try. So, to recap, our four questions you should ask yourself before attempting to get back into your previous relationship. Number one, why did we break up? Was it a real problem or was it a non problem? Number two, do I have a resolution? If this problem happened again, can I deal with it? Would I be okay with it? Number three, are we dancing to the same rhythm? Are we on the same page? Do they want me back as badly as I want them back? Because if they don't, then don't bother. You'll just embarrass yourself. Number four, am I doing this out of love or out of grudge? Yes, what is my intention? Why do I want to get back together with them? If it's love, then okay, for love's sake, go forward bravely, and I hope you all the best. But if it's for grudge, then let it go, move on, don't bother. Again, let me say this: myself, I am a big uh, supporter of not going back. I think uh, a lot of time when you go back, the second breakup is a lot worse than the first one. And when you go back, especially after a while, as when your previous partner has already been sleeping around with other people and stuff like that, you would just introduce a whole new set of problem into your relationship. It's not worth it. Move on. There's a lot of good relationship waiting for you out there, and I hope everybody all the best in finding that person who is meant for you, as I did myself.